Hey guys, how's it going? Love ya. Hope you're doing well. And I want to talk about. I see it's very common now, it's very in vogue, and it has been for a long time, let's be honest, for people to kind of do like street interviews and ask Americans questions and listen to how funny their dumb answers are. And I think it's funny sometimes too. But truly, I believe that American culture. Well, there's a couple reasons for this, but I'll just start talking about it and see where we go. American culture is so like hectic in American society and stuff, and if you try to learn everything, or if you take your time and try to suck up all the information possible, you're never gonna stop learning. Um, there's way I don't even know how many times more information we have available in the world compared to how much you could possibly store in your brain, how much you could possibly learn rather in a lifetime. So learning is always great, right? We can agree upon that. But if you don't implement it at all, it's it's kind of pointless. Sometimes it can be fun to learn things, but like let's say you're out in the desert, right? And all you did was just study things or learn things all day long, and then you did that for 100 years and you died, right? It's kind of like, okay, yeah, that person might be really smart. They might know a lot of information. Or yeah, I should say maybe they're not even that smart. Maybe they just retain information. But they have no deciphering skills or logic skills, or I suppose you could learn those skills from studying, but you know what I'm saying. They haven't implemented these things at all, and so that's what America puts much more of an emphasis on: is implementation, results, and specialization. So if you pick out any American, if you find some old, I don't know, whatever, some fat middle-aged American who's in the workforce, you ask them a bunch of questions, the average person, might know less about advanced science or history or mathematics. But if you ask them very specific things about their job, a lot of very specific and possibly very complex things about their job, they can give you the answer, most likely. And, I'm sure a lot of Europeans can do that the same, a lot of every different country. But I'm struggling to think of how to phrase this correctly. In America, I guess the best thing to say here is we're so results based, and so people aren't so much looking at you as some sort of you have to learn where to cut corners, basically. And so, yeah, it would be great, and maybe we could have a little bit better society if people took the time, if people had the time to study all these things. But if you're specializing and you're getting really deep into things, a very specific thing, sometimes you don't have enough time much left time to expand your brain and study other things, and also have some leisure time and things like this. And especially on this channel, especially on YouTube, and I always hear like Americans are always working. We don't have enough designated free time and paid vacation and things like this. So you can understand how when someone gets out of work, they, especially if they're drilling down into a specific thing so much, they're not really psyched to go, hey, let's go study an encyclopedia or something. It's like, that's I'm giving an extreme example, but they're more like, oh, I just want to watch my my TV show, or I just want to go walk around the park, or I just want to, oh, my computer just shut off. I just want to, relax. I want to eat some food and hang out and whatever you do for leisure and to kind of recharge your batteries as opposed to sucking up more information. And a lot of people, I think, I gotta go back. I don't want to veer too much off the track of the point of this video, but monomania, which is like crazy focus on one thing, and specialization can be extremely beneficial, and I think it goes to show that it has been extremely beneficial. And one sort of story that I had heard, which I think really well demonstrates how Americans are, that everybody has heard of, is Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson, of course, is not the average American, but you might think of Michael Jackson, pop star, generally not thought of as being the most well-versed and intelligent and people like this. But I heard a story where this guy went and had an interview with Michael Jackson, and he asked him very specific things, and he asked him how a hit is made and what goes into it, and what for each part of the song, what happens, and Michael Jackson went into this like encyclopedic type knowledge of how exactly a pop song is made, how exactly it should be, and what you need for it to be a hit, and all of these things, and he knew every single detail about what you need to make a great song and make a great hit and make what people want to hear and come back to and catches people. And just for even more specific, I remember someone saying that coming up to him with a song idea, and he was like, he was trying to like kind of hum it out in his head or sing it, and Michael Jackson stops and goes, "Listen, if you can't even recall it in your mind right now, that's too complicated for the average population. It has to be simple." So that's just like a very small detail of what he's saying. He knew these facets of what creates, of his industry, of what he does. You know what I'm saying? And for again going back to the average American, that might look dumb and just maybe do dumb things and drink too much, eat too much, and not be able to give you answers about things that seem basic. If they work in the office, you could probably ask them exactly like, where does this specific file go to get here, and if I can't do this thing, then what is the troubleshoot method, and so on and so forth. And again, very common for a lot of different types of jobs, but I guess it seems to be more of an emphasis on America rather than having broad knowledge, sort of monomania, specialization, and things like this. So, and also results, certainly results. America is much more of a, it's not as crazy as like China or Asia where it's just like you die, but it's much more like either you make it or you're going to be very poor. And it's not like Europe where it's like, I shouldn't even say Europe, some European countries where it's like, well, give a good try, and if it doesn't work out, we'll support you for a lot of time, and hopefully you'll get back on your feet. It's like, no, you're going to either sink or swim. And having said that, I don't think it's very good. I think there's a lot of detrimental things, so I think we should help people more. But anyway, yeah, hopefully it was insightful to some degree. Thanks for watching. Love you. If you would comment, like, and subscribe, that'd be cool. But if not, that's fine. Have a good one. Take care.